Okay, I know, but we have to turn it around.
Yeah,
There
because
you
you're
go.
so shy.
There you go. All right.
Really?
Hi, everybody. We are here cooking in my kitchen. I know we've been a little sporadic. We're on, we're off, we're on, we're off. It's summer, so sometimes we're on vacation and sometimes we're not. This fall will be every Wednesday, I'm sure. But I thought Jason was going to be a little late because he was on a really fun conference call. But Angie and I wanted to tell you about this aloe vera plant that we got.
That's a big one.
Look at your face. It is a big one. So, but you know, I bought this because I'm going to give it to Amanda Gordon. Most of you know her, my daughter, also a licensed agent.
Is that a punishment?
No, it's not. I want feel that.
They're
That
actually
is
really good
full
for you.
with,
You just go for
yeah, you know, aloe vera lotion
yeah.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that. That's what you're feeling that's in here. This
Yes.
is directly from the
But
plant.
you can eat it and drink
But you
it.
can eat it and drink it. And so when I was a kid living in Florida, these grew wild in your yard. And so my mom, like when you had teenage acne, she would pull these and then drain out the juice and we would put it on our face and your face would be really good. And then the reason why I also thought it was a great thing to pull because it's the best thing you can use for sunburn.
Okay.
So if you get sunburn, you can spread it all over your body and it will take care of your sunburn. Now, how do you use it cooking?
It's a really good thickening agent in smoothies and whatnot. Just me.
Yeah, so, but yeah, so you can
What?
thicken it, like for example.
In a smoothie, and instead of
And there's all kinds of health benefits to the
Mhm.
aloe, isn't there? And so I went shopping today at King Muz and Ada, and hi guys. And I went to Fish Lats and Ada, which is inside King Muz. And it's getting ridiculous because I go 2-3 times a day, and I know everybody there.
You know you
talk
by name.
now. But I tell you, we're doing fish tacos with a Mexican salad, and then I bought a few other things, and my bill was like $60 with the codfish and everything else. And so, but I think it's really good. So today we're here with Angie. Explain who you are and what you do.
I'm Angie with Verizon Wireless, so I'm on the management team at the 28th Street store near the Cascade Mire, and I focus on business accounts, but I can also handle personal accounts.
So I'm gonna go and grab our aprons, and Jason's gonna give us a market update. You wanna come over here and give a market update?
Sure.
My kitchen's a mess. I'm trying to avoid going over there.
This way.
Yeah, no, this part is clean. That part's not.
Right, we'll avoid it.
Hey everybody, it's Jason with Unito Mortgage. Market update is a good one as far as rates go. Rates, last couple times we spoke, have gone up. The Federal Reserve has already said they're going to raise rates 0.25% every time they meet, which they have, but they started freaking some people out, and the mortgage rates rallied back down, and we're getting back down to 4.5% on the 30-year fix, which we have not been there since the first quarter of this year. So that's been positive, and we've actually seen some refinance business come back out. But it's also a lot of those homeowners who are freaking out because, you know, if you were pre-approved early at 4.5, and now rates they were close to 5 and 5 a few days, that payment jumped up $50 to $100 depending upon your price point. So this is like, you know, coming back down, so it's helping people jump off the fence because the rates are getting low again. But you know, everything is pretty good, and I'm excited to share some fishy stories to talk about our fish tacos. Because I heard a few this week about some people doing some goofy things.
That's
That's
funny.
the market update.
All right, so we ready to start?
Yeah.
Okay,
Wash
Angie, the
your
first
hands.
thing we do is wash our hands because sometimes Realtor Dave DeBryan is watching us and he gets really upset if we don't wash our hands. So he likes to see that we wash our
Dave's
hands.
not watching yet.
He's not watching yet?
You have to hit the share, and
And
then
so,
share it to Dave so he'll watch it.
and then Angie, if you take your phone, you can go onto my page and you can share it on your page.
Yep, I did.
So you did that, okay. Now, you guys, while we're talking, you can ask us questions, and we're gonna be watching for any questions that we don't get to during this live time, we will come back and answer your questions. So if you have real estate questions, lending questions, or Verizon question. Angie, actually, I didn't realize this, but you deal mostly with business Verizon, right? So that's really cool.
Yeah, she gave me a charity help out when I was there not too long ago.
Charity help.
I'm out of business,
We
so
all need
she
charity
took-
help.
took care of me.
I do. It's probably about 50-50. 50 business, 50 personal.
Cool.
So I left AT&T because I could not deal making one more phone call there ever again. And the Angie went over and above and actually canceled my account, told them how bad they were, and no, she didn't. But she took care of everything, and her store is located by Meyer on 28th Street. So I didn't know how awesome she was the first time I went in there. I went shopping when you fixed everything. So by the time I was done shopping at Meyer, my phone was done, and it was like, oh. So it was. It was so.
Is the phone important with what we do?
Oh, the phone is so important. If I don't have a phone, I don't have business.
Right.
It's crazy. And it just cracks me up how everybody's always like on everybody. It's probably a post once a week from somebody saying, who do you use? I'm really frustrated. Now, I didn't understand, just like real estate, it matters who your salesperson is, doesn't it?
Yes.
Just like the lender. So, you know, you might, you know, for instance, you know, Union Mortgage is a great place, but it really matters that you use Jason. You could use someone else at Union Mortgage and it may not go as well, unfortunately. I mean, I know you can't say that, but I can. So, but it's the same thing. Not all lenders are created equal, not all realtors are created equal, and definitely not. No. So while I start setting up I think I have everything set up. So today we're making fish tacos and tacos, like a bean salad, red bean salad. Everything we need is here. You just grab from it. The fish is there, so I'm going to put you on grilling at some point. Yeah, because you like to grill. He likes to grill. And so, and this, you guys can do the salad, and this is it. And it's real easy. You just cut it up and put it all together and grab it as you need it. Okay, so I think, I remember when fish tacos first came out.
It was a fad. Well, we thought it was.
We thought it was a fad.
It was a thing.
And I thought it was a horrible fad. I thought fish tacos, ugh. And then, let me get my bowl here. Here's your bowl for that. And so, I thought, I hate the idea of eating fish tacos.
Well,
And then my
if fish
friend-
isn't cooked right, it's gross.
It is gross.
It just depends on who cooks it and how you cook it. And, yeah.
It's true, it's true.
And fresh fish versus frozen fish.
I know, it's true. So, but my friend Christine, remember Christine Gill and her restaurant in Ada? What are you looking at?
I was looking at Billy D. Williams' Returns to Star Wars.
He's playing with Alexa. I lost all of his attention. Squirrel, squirrel,
Strainer.
strainer. Oh, you need a strainer.
Yes. Sorry.
Thank you for keeping them on track, Angie.
I'm asking him.
I know what it is. I have no idea.
Oh, I'm surprised Jason even knows what a strainer is. So,
I'll have you know, I cooked my wife a complete meal that she ate last night,
And she's living.
and she's living
See?
very healthy. She's living today. I made a grilled chicken salad with egg whites, blueberries, strawberries.
Wow.
I don't know how to say the word arugula or
Arugula.
that one.
Yeah.
say it again?
Arugula.
That's so funny. That's so funny. All right, so, oh, you guys need knives, right?
That'd be
Yeah.
helpful.
Okay, in that drawer right there. So the recipe, I always like to touch up the recipe. So the recipe doesn't call for pineapple, but we're gonna put pineapple in the taco slaw, because I thought that would be really good. And I also have any kind of essential oil that you might wanna use that you think might taste good.
One of my favorites is grilled pineapple.
I made grilled pineapple the other day, and I made a rum sauce to go on top of it, and then that's the leftover rum sauce that I made that I put in those muffins. Remember those muffins you got yesterday, Angie?
Those were delicious. I only got one because the boys ate the rest.
I only brought 4,
Yep.
so, but I didn't know how many people would be there.
But they were good.
And
For being
so,
gluten free, I mean, I know we say, oh, for being gluten free it was good, but it was good for being gluten free.
it is good, and you don't need gluten to
No.
make the food taste good. You absolutely don't need. All right, now I'm logging on, and now I can see everybody. Okay, now I can see everyone and I can hear everyone. All right, so we're gonna cut everything up and we're gonna start cooking. So Felicia is new videoing us, so Felicia, as it starts to get interesting, you might wanna do some close-ups on the food and that type of thing.
Just
And
rice
so
beans.
I am making the slaw that goes on the tacos, and I think that's what makes it good. And then I will also make the sauce that we're gonna marinate the fish in. So I'm gonna do the marinade first. So anyway, so we said fish tacos and fishy stories. So tell us about your fishy story you have right now.
Well, Unfortunately, I wasn't involved in it, but I had lunch with a realtor today, and he was telling me about how there was a $400 repair or something. They're doing a sell concession, which is totally fine. And then the agent called them up yesterday and wanted their buyers to bring a cashier's check for $400 to them.
Come on.
Yeah, instead of doing, because supposedly the lender wouldn't allow the concession, which I'm like, that is total, you know what? And so he was asking my opinion. I was like, yeah, man, that doesn't sound right at all. Well, it turns out they were just trying to get some extra actual cash. The sellers were. So they made up this story that the lender wouldn't allow it because he's like, yeah, I told her my clients wouldn't sign this. And within an hour, she'd called the lender, and the lender said, oh, no, it's fine. I'm like, yeah, of course it's fine, because we can always do this. So it was just really weird. He's like, yeah, it turns out they're just trying to get $400 cash from me. So I mean, it's just kind of fishy things.
And it wasn't on the HUD, right?
No.
So
What's
I
that?
was taught if not on the HUD, you can't do it. Is that still the case?
I mean, yes. But I mean, you know, there's still things that sometimes I tell the customer, hey, you're better off just to do this outside of close. Not that it's anything fishy, just like, hey, it's easier for everyone if my close. You know, what we have is last minute things. Where like now,
For instance.
well, I mean, if you have that CD now, it goes out within 3 days and you gotta close. If I change anything, I gotta redisclose. So
Yeah,
I've
so-
had it where it came up last second that they did a final walkthrough and the door handle had broke on the screen door, and they wanted an $8,500 or 85, excuse me, $85.
I was like, damn.
It's a really nice
That
door.
was a nice screen door.
They wanted us to switch everything and have it on the CD, and I'm like, yeah, guys, we can do it, but for $85, do you really want to go to the house and possibly delay closing?
No.
You know, but I mean, for
Oh, but that doesn't change the value of the home.
No,
It's
no,
not
no.
someone getting cash. It's
Right,
not.
right.
No. So things that would be bad is like if you were doing something that would actually change the integrity of the deal.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
So that's one of the things that you don't want to do. And it needs to show in the HUD. I like everything on a contract to show in the HUD just because there's no misunderstanding. There is so
Correct.
much going on during the transaction. We have so many forgetful moments because there is so much that goes on. And, you know, Felicia's standing back there and she could tell you how many times our clients forget what we said. But she puts everything in email.
Sure.
So even if we have a phone conversation with you, we follow up saying, thanks for talking to us, it was really great.
That's good.
Here's a recap of everything we talked about. Because I'm 50 something, I can't remember. See? And I really can't right now. And I can't remember a lot of things, but I note, and it's really, really important. So,
No, I do the same thing when people want to lock in their rate. I'm like, all right, send me an email confirming that with our terms. I had someone, what's today? Wednesday? Monday. Like, well, hey, I never said you lock in that rate. Rates are lower now, and I want the lower rate. And I whipped her right up. I go, well, here's an email right here that says you wanted to lock it 4.875 on this day. And then she's like, well, I want the lower rate. And I said, well, I'll tell you what. What if I didn't lock your rate and I came back to you before close and said, well, another rate's 5. You,
Right.
You get the higher rate.
right.
Then she got it. She said, well, I get it. I'm like, well, I know. I want to get the lower rate too, but it's a gamble. You never know. I mean, I've been doing it for 21 years, and I have a little pulse on what rates are going to do, but.
Now, there is a time, if there's such a significant rate difference, they can do that, right?
Correct.
So-
And it varies by lender. Like with us, if your rate improves by 0.5% from where you locked in prior to close, we basically have a relock clause. Will allow them. They got to pay for it, but it's an option to get the rate lower. And at 0.5%, it's worth it all day long.
Right. So it has, I think that, you know, it has to make a significant difference in your payment, right?
Right. I mean, that's the thing is
Like,
like if the rate's an 8 better, it's like I get it. You want the lower rate, but come on. I mean, it's like $8. So you know.
Yeah, and for your $8 a month, how many people have to do something to make that rate change?
Exactly.
I know, so it's not fair. It's not fair to anybody. And so, and over the life of a loan, 3 to 5 years, it's really not going to make that much of a difference.
True. But
I
that's the
don't
thing
know.
is-
Are lenders still quoting the life of the loan 30 years anymore? Is anybody doing that anymore?
People still ask that question, but I always, you know, say, hey, look, you're not gonna be in this house for 30 years, really? So what's it? I mean, I get it makes a difference, but people will look at that. Well, over 30 years, there's a $5,200 savings. I'm like, you told me you're planning to stay in this house is 3 to 5 years, so that has no relevance to where we're at now. But
When I first started, that was the way that lenders quoted everything over 30 years. I can tell you, I've been in the business almost 17 years, and I don't think any of my clients are in the same house that they once bought. Maybe a couple.
yeah, maybe a couple. but
Maybe
it's
a
very
couple,
rare.
that's it. It's the average span Well, it used to be, before the crash, average span was 3 to 5 years. Now it's 5 to 10 years, isn't it? Like right about there, 5 to 10 years. And so, you have to speak up so the whole world can
Well,
hear
I'm
you.
asking, are we
No.
doing any of this for the tacos, or they
No,
all?
no, I got the taco
Okay.
thing
That
going
was on
on.
there.
So I'll just
And
keep chopping.
you just keep chopping.
Okay, got it.
And so now I just made like a little sauce here to put on the cod. And so what we did is, it's a little bit of extra olive oil, but you know, I can't keep anything just the way it's written. So we have a little bit of olive oil, but you know, we had this local olive oil place. It was an Old World Olive Company. Did you guys go there?
No.
They're not at the Ada Farmers Market this year. They used to be at the Ada's Farmers Market, but they're downtown on Monroe Center. And this one is the white honey ginger balsamic.
Ooh, that sounds good.
And so I'm gonna put a little bit of that in our marinade, and we're gonna use it again later. So I'm gonna mix all this up, and then this is gonna go on our white fish. And so I think that's what we're gonna do. Yep. And then you put it on there, and then add the cod, and so you have your cod over there. So
Do you want that whole thing on there?
not yet. I gotta marinate it. It's
Oh,
gotta.
no, I'm saying when we do you want the whole?
Do you want to cut it up a little bit? So we're gonna cut the fish up so it's easier to manage. I got this much because Amanda's coming back home. She told me because she wants to eat some of this, and so there's us three, and then there's Amanda, and so my husband won't touch this with a 10-foot pole. So
I'll meet Mike at Culver's. And you guys can fit.
there you go. So we're just gonna pour this. You could literally do like this. Do like this if you wanted to, and set it this way, so you can make sure that you have it all covered up. So I'm going to do that. Oh look, I took most of it. That was perfect. And any leftovers, I'll just pour on the fish. And there, and we're going to let that sit there for a little bit. So that's done. Now Angie, what have you done so far?
Okay, so I rinsed and drained the beans.
Added the corn.
And we've got the orange and the yellow
Look at the
peppers.
beans that we got too. These are different, aren't they? Jack's beans. I like them. They're low sodium.
Jack's bean, are we gonna do a beanstalk?
That's right.
Har har har.
I mean, Jack's beans, come on, like some of them.
It's funny. And so what else did you do?
That's it so far.
That's
Yeah,
it
we
so
got
far?
the peppers cut up. And,
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So now I am going to make the slaw. That needs to go on there. So we're going to do, so I got the corn tortillas because then later I can make corn chips out of these. I'm a waste not, want not person.
Yes.
You know, like I posted online the other day, can you still feed bread to the ducks? I think I'm the only one in the world that didn't know that you can't feed bread. My husband says, I don't think you can do that. And I said, I'm going to post it on Facebook and ask. No, you cannot feed bread to dogs. Don't do it. Don't do it. So I say go bread for you. What are you going to make?
You can make homemade breadcrumbs. You can make homemade croutons. You can make bread pudding.
Yeah, we were going to do bread pudding, but you have to cook it for 30 minutes. And I didn't think that was a good idea. So I buy the corn ones because then I can make homemade corn chips out of these. I can bake them. So, because I don't know why anybody would want that many. They don't sell them where there's a few. I know. It's like the hot dog thing. Like you get 6 rolls but 8 hot dogs.
Yep.
You know, like no one knows what anybody's doing. It really pisses me off. And so then I end up with all that extra bread, and I don't want to throw away the bread. You see how that is?
Garlic, we make
Yes.
garlic bread.
Yes. Huh?
Garlic bread. That's what we decided
Oh,
was the best one.
garlic bread.
Yeah.
You know what? We don't eat garlic bread anymore, but back in the day, I served garlic bread with everything. Everything.
It's hard being Italian and not having garlic bread with your everything.
I
And
love.
lime.
Oh yeah, and lime. Yeah, I like lime and lemon and garlic bread and all of that. It's all very, very good stuff. All right, so we're gonna make the slaw, and I think the slaw should be visually pleasing. I like all the colors, so I got purple, so it would look good. But you could use the white, you could use the green, but I'm definitely not gonna use this stuff. So you want a really sharp knife, and you want to cut up the slaw, and So, and I don't know where that is, but here it is. But, so some of the things that I've been noticing in real estate is Amanda called me the other day and she had a whole bunch of showings. And she was out there, she goes, Mom, you would not believe the houses that I just showed. And she was showing like in the 250 range. The homes were clean. They were not like staged. They were, our clients walked.
You can hire a cleaning lady for $25 an hour. Pay her $100 to clean the whole house.
Right.
There's nothing in it. Clean the
Well,
house.
we're getting very laxy daisy listings to look at, and now I'm starting to notice homes are staying in the market longer. Last week, Patricia, who's been on our show before, told me she was able to show 16 homes to one buyer last week. You know the last time I was able to show 16 homes to one buyer in 1 week? That just wasn't heard of. And they were all staying for a while, and she said she came back, and that's because they weren't clean, they weren't staged, they didn't shine. Someone told them, or they thought because we are a hot market, they don't need to do anything to get, that's not true. That's totally not true. Why would you not put your best foot forward? Even if you were in a hot spot, you still need to get your house ready and get your house prepared. We have a listing coming up. We have so many listings coming up. Oh my gosh, stay tuned. We have so many listings coming up, but one of the listings that we have coming up, the people are moving to New York, and Felicia, you can shake the. Was it a hard preparation that we did?
I'll just say yeah. It took a whole month extra than we thought.
Yeah, because we wanted them to get top dollar for their home, and to do that, we had to help them prepare the home. Now, they're not here anymore. We referred her to an agent in New York that came from my CRS connection, and they were best friends from the time she got up there, and she got her offer accepted in New York, which I understand they're a very hot market.
Yeah.
So we were able to help her buy her house through our connections, and then they're not here anymore, so we had to help, and we hired the new carpet guy, we hired the cleaners, we hired the painters. Felicia's husband does renovations on the side. He did some work on the house. It's everything. Now, our clients also worked really hard before they left, and they got a lot done as well. But this house is like 4,500, 5,000 square foot. It's 6 bedrooms. It's like 3.5 baths. It's Rockford Schools, Ada School District on Egypt Valley. And very nice area, top notch, and it has a she shed.
Yes.
I just like saying that, she
girl
shed.
Oh, okay.
It is.
Where all our gardening tools
So
go.
you know, like, okay,
And
not to
you're
sound
not allowed.
chauvinistic, but you know, like the man cave, you
Yeah.
know, and it's really dark, and football stuff is down there, and it's well, the she shed has got pink flowers and a little chair,
Yep.
and
White picket little
white
fence
fence.
outside.
Haven't you ever seen that that commercial? That it's like State Farm or Allstate.
It's on the radio.
Yes.
Is my she shed covered? Is my she shed covered?
I have not heard.
You haven't seen that
Yeah.
one?
Yes.
It's so funny. It's so funny. So, anyway, oh, I have to tell you guys about this mayonnaise. So,
Nicole's watching.
who is?
Nicole.
Sport.
Oh, hi Nicole. How you doing? Oh, look, we got a lot of. Hey, okay. So, hey Jerry. Jerry, you're gonna have to come cook with me. I think we will have fun cooking together. Mackenzie's on there. Hi, Mackenzie. And Teresa. Hey, Teresa, our friend from the Lake Shore. Nicole is sick today, so we miss you, Nicole. James and now it says Angela's watching.
Oh yeah. I got back on
Hi, Becky.
to invite some people.
Becky's
for you.
watching.
Is Becky watching? Hi, guys. So for some reason,
Hi,
Steve.
Eva. My friend Eva's on. Hi, Eva.
oh, Jerry said
Oh,
he
my
will
na-
cook
that-
with me.
Michelle, that's my
Yay!
nail girl, Eva. She's
Oh,
watching.
Eva, she's been talking to. Get a close up on Angie's nails real quick.
Okay, let's see.
Angie's nails.
Oh, hold on. Ooh, so pretty.
So Eva just commented in our comments, and I guess she does those nails or sells those.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
Cranberry
they're
or Color
beautiful.
Street?
No, it's called Color Street. Yep, yep.
Color Street. All right, so we always used to use Hellman's Real Mayonnaise because that was the only thing we could get. One day, Mike and I went on vacation, and we did not know that Heinz Real Mayonnaise existed.
Oh.
So my husband says it's the Cadillac of mayonnaise. If you were,
He would know.
yes,
Yes. Yeah,
And
I've been
so,
seeing one of those commercials
yes,
in years.
so
More than me.
I use this when I'm doing bulk stuff or whatever, because I need to get rid of it, because I do buy in bulk. But we're gonna use the Heinz mayonnaise because it's creamy and delicious, as it says on its cover.
You're like a commercial.
So, that's right.
Mhm.
So I hear it is the best though. I hear. Mitch James is watching. Hi, Mitch. So anyway, so to make the slaw, I'm gonna put mayonnaise, lime juice, and fresh cilantro and honey. And because they want honey, I'm also gonna use the white honey ginger balsamic in here as well. And we're gonna put the purple cabbage and some corn petals as well. And we're gonna also, you guys get half of this and I get half of this.
Okay.
All right, so we get the half. And I'm also gonna put pineapple in it because I like pineapple with my fish tacos. So, oh, I know what I was trying to say. Christine Gill, when she had Ada River House, I don't know how many of you remember Ada River House, but I still to this day drive out there and want to go to the bar at Ada
Mhm.
River House. I still miss it to this day. They're the ones that got me to like fish tacos.
Oh.
They made the best fish tacos ever. Ever. So, here we go, I got this. So Jason mentioned that, he said the interest rates are going down?
Correct.
Okay, but they're gonna go back up again, aren't they?
I think so, but I think they're gonna maintain themselves for a little while to kind of calm things down a bit.
Okay.
But yeah, I think we'll be 5.25 to 5.5 by the end of the year. Probably
All right.
fourth quarter.
Right, which is a big difference from when we were getting like threes. So that does make a significant difference. So, we're getting more listings online. You know, we have a lot more homes available to
Yep.
show. Interest rates are maintaining, but they'll probably go up. So, would you safely say this is maybe a sign that we're in line for a shift in our market?
I think a little bit, but I mean, I think, the bigger thing is just how much is popping here in West Michigan with jobs. I mean, there's Amazon coming in with, 1,500 jobs.
Have you heard if Amazon is gonna bring outside people, or are they gonna try to employ everybody locally?
I heard they're trying to employ everybody local.
So-
And everyone, I mean,
Did
they'll
you?
transfer in some,
Yeah, I'm
management
sure
style,
they'll need to,
but
but they're, they're posting tons of jobs for hire. I saw it all online.
Yep.
Ah, that's so nice.
It is.
Can we support that here?
I think so.
Because our unemployment's very low,
Right.
isn't it?
But it just, maybe it'll bring more people to Grand Rapids.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, but I think you're gonna have a lot of, I think a lot of hiring will be some relocation or people going, wow, Amazon's popping in Grand Rapids, this is in Grand Rapids. I think that's just gonna attract people to come here. And everything going on with the medical miles keeps getting like more and more insane.
Well, I'm closing a deal right now where, the gentleman that went to go find a house, the, hospital bought his home for literally 3 times what it was worth.
Because they wanted to build.
So I don't think I got a chance to talk about this online. So I called Felicia. I was crying. So our
Good crying or bad
good crying. This is why we do what we do. So we have a client. We still haven't posted it, but we will soon. We have a client that kept saying to us, I gotta get my family out of my neighborhood and get into a house. Now I'm from right outside Philadelphia. So in my mind, there's no bad neighborhoods in Grand Rapids. 'Cause where I'm from, I know.
Philly?
Yeah, you guys got nothing on it, I'm telling you. So, I don't, I just was like, no. And so I had to go pick up something from them. And I'm not kidding. I walked away, I won't tell you everything that I saw while I was in that neighborhood, but I walked away and now I understand why he wanted to get out of the neighborhood, and because of our growth and because these people bought his home, he's now gonna put his family in a home and now live the American dream that he never thought he was gonna be able to live. And it just made me so happy, and it made me like, people come up to me and say, oh, Michelle, I thought you only did high end, I didn't call you. That's not the case. I want to help everyone. I mean, and they all have their own pleasures, don't they?
Right.
And they all, like with a first time home buyer, you're happy to see someone get their first home. With the second time home buyer, you're happy to see that they invested well and now they're getting the equity and they're growing their family. I know you've been in the business long enough. You drive neighborhoods and go, I finance that home.
Oh, yeah.
I finance that home. And
Well,
look at their
what's even
two.
more fun is when you have them, you don't know their first home, now you're getting their second home, I've had several clients where I'm doing their kids' financing now, so it's just like, that's the kind of stuff that you brings a little.
It is, isn't
Oh, I
it?
understand.
I wasn't gonna bring up the kid part, because now that shows her
I'm
age.
44.
I said he doesn't look old enough for that.
Started when I was 23.
That's funny. So,
Wanna
but,
throw a switch on?
yes, go right ahead. So now Jason's gonna watch this, it's gonna probably like sear up. Oh, look at Jerry. Michelle Gordon's channel rocks, endorsed by Jerry 9TV. Thanks, Jerry. That's so sweet. Oh, look at that. Hey, you gotta talk while you're cooking.
You got a what?
So you gotta,
Guess
you
we gotta
gotta
talk.
talk a little bit.
Well, I have questions on this one. So with this fish, like, I mean, how well done are they?
It only takes about 5 to 7 minutes on each side, but you want it to be flaky, like it's almost gonna fall apart.
Got ya.
So that's what you want it to do, and I'll get you a plate to put it on.
Great.
So you have that. But what are some of the more popular loans you're doing right now? What do you think is the most popular?
Most popular right now is probably a conventional mortgage, and we're doing a lot of 3% downs because FHA is, as you know, not that popular. You know, but there's reasons. I mean, if you have customers going FHA, I hope there's a good reason for it because there's so many other options out there. You know, lenders aren't doing their job if they're sticking someone in FHA.
What would be a reason to go FHA and not, that you would consider a good reason?
A recent bankruptcy foreclosure.
And they're coming back into the picture a lot right now, aren't they?
Short sales we're starting to see creep back up. But I mean, honestly, unless they have very poor credit scores, most lenders will not lend below 600. If that's where you're at, on the 600, then you probably want to go FHA or if you have a short sale. And again, there's programs, this little 620, you can do a 3% down conventional, which is way better than FHA. Of course.
Yeah, I like 3% conventional, and, we've been doing a lot of RDs too.
Yeah, RD is a great loan. That's almost like a conventional product. I mean, they don't. A lot of people confuse RD and FHA and they're the same thing.
Oh, yeah, it is like.
Technically, RD is conventional finance, so you're calling it PA. You don't have to say government or whatever.
You don't have to say RD?
No, you can say RD, but I'm saying RD is technically a conventional product because it's not a government-backed program. But I mean, a lot of people get confused, and I do a lot of explaining. Hey, look, this is just like a conventional loan. Unless your house is real crap shape, you're not worried much about repairs. They're more accurate than a conventional appraisal, in my experience, than an FHA.
Oh, okay, all right, so that's cool.
Michelle, do you know Ruben Antonio?
Yes, I know. Hi, Ruben. Thanks for waving. Ruben is on there. He's my florist. Every time you guys see
yay.
those great flowers that my eyes and that all comes from Ruben. So hey, Ruben. Nice to see you.
Okay, so we're
So-
doctoring this up, we're doctoring it up because the bean salad does not call for avocado.
No, and I'm putting it. You're gonna put it in there, and I'm gonna put it in the slaw.
I love avocado.
I love avocado. Avocado is.
This is another thing you can put in your smoothie with your aloe that people don't know about.
That's true. What did I just make with avocado that was so good? I made avocado brownies. I just make all kinds of things with avocado. So Amanda has been really busy on second homes. So how are you feeling on that, Jason? Have you been doing a lot of second homes?
Actual second homes or investment property?
Oh, I'm sorry. Investment properties. They're
Okay.
yeah, they're gonna keep their first home and
Yeah, well, I mean, the reason I was clarifying is I've actually had a lot of second homes. I've got a lot of people buying that cottage or,
Okay.
you know, home, maybe in a different state. But,
no, it's a second home. That's what I mean. The second home. We're getting a lot of people buying lakefront homes.
Sure.
And the listings are increasing on the lake. And so, so we had a really, really good residential market the last 2 years. Your second home market tends to follow the residential market. And so that's why it's starting to pick up. Next year is going to be hot. So if you're thinking about listing your cottage or your lakefront home, I would say next year is really the time to do it, next spring.
Yeah. And if your
Yeah.
lender tells you you need 20% down, you don't, you can do 10% down on a second home. I get that call a lot.
Really?
Yeah. all the
I
time.
always thought you had to do second
No,
20%
you can
down.
do 10% down. It's just, it has to make sense. It can't, the rules are it has to be 50 miles away from your current home or on water. But a lot of lenders jump that up and misread the guideline. I think you have to do 20% down, and that is not
Because they're treating it like an investment home.
correct.
Oh,
just don't do the research. You know, it's
I
easy. I've
understand.
had 2 deals in the last 2 months that came to me because the banker said they had to put 20% down no matter what. And if another institution told something, they were full of it. Well, no, that's not the rule. So.
So if it's an investment home, a true investment home, that you're planning to use it for additional income, then it's 20% down, right?
Right.
All right, now, if you're doing a second home, or an investment home, do you recommend an LLC or?
Well, that's a great question. I mean, I do. If it's an investment property, I personally own a few properties, and I buy them in my personal name, and I quit claim them into the LLC. You can get different opinions on that. I just do an LLC for every property I have, because a couple of attorneys told me that you want to structure it that way because if everything's under the umbrella of one LLC, so I have 5 homes under one LLC, and you're my tenant, and you fall and break your leg, you want to sue me?
It's all of them.
Right, you can go after everything in that LLC. If it's just my one house, you can only go at what's in that one house LLC. So, yeah, I definitely recommend that.
That is, you will look them up. I didn't know why that was at first. We look up everything on the tax site. So we look to see if it's renovated, if permits have been pulled, if all the legal stuff has been done. Some people forget they even have it in an LLC, and then we get a signature on a contract that's a personal name and it's not the LLC. And so we look everything up on the tax site early on to make sure that we have, well, not we. I requested from Felicia, and Felicia does it.
We.
I don't want to misrepresent that. I do not do it. Felicia does. So, but I didn't understand why, say, Tom Jones had 6 LLCs, and then I found out why.
Okay.
So
We
it
put
protects you.
every property under its own LLC.
Yeah, so a lot of times if you're buying 123 Main Street, you'll see 123 Main Street LLC.
That's what I do.
Yes.
Mine are all over the property.
Okay.
Yes. So
And I have
that's,
separate bank accounts
good
for
idea,
each
sir.
one, so that if anything ever comes up, which I'm not gonna, I have not had anything, but yeah, that's why I do that, just for personal protection.
Okay.
it is, and they can't come after your home.
So you
So
open
you
a
wanna protect
savings
your
account for a
family.
house. Huh.
Yeah, you wanna protect your family and you wanna make sure, that you don't lose your house, you don't lose anything else.
Right.
And so, but back in foreclosure day, if you had an investment property and you had a primary residence that you were still living, they could tack on your foreclosure onto your main home, couldn't they?
Well, they could tack on, like, some of the banks could tack on a lien
Yes.
to that, yeah, so because they would let you foreclose or go short, and they take the other person someplace else, so they only, sometimes they just put a lien on you, which you can't really put a lien on a person, but like I had a buddy who had, with Fifth Third, they gave him a 20-year note for 30 grand, interest-free though. He ended up making one payment, but that's how we got out of it.
Oh.
Wasn't a full-blown foreclosure.
Okay, so when short sales first started to happen, there was a lot of us conducting short sales and we really didn't know what we were doing, unfortunately. And I don't think the bank really knew what they were doing.
Nobody
Like-
knew what they were doing.
Yeah. I don't, you know, there was no system, when I mean know what they're doing, no one had systems in place. No one, everybody was in disbelief it would be at that magnitude. No one believed that we were gonna have that many foreclosures, no one believed that we were gonna have that many short sales. And so, I ended up getting short sales certified so I can learn how things go, but I tell you, that wasn't until 2 years into it. I didn't think it was gonna be long-lived. And so, one of the things that were missed that first couple of years by a lot of people was getting the note from the lender saying the forgiveness letter. So what happened was, like, we would write in our purchase agreement or when we countered the purchase agreement, it'd be contingent on the seller getting a letter saying that they got forgiveness of that loan. And that meant, in my opinion, I mean, that's what lawyers would tell me, that the bank would never come back on that again. The people that didn't get that forgiveness letter, technically, legally, those banks can come back. So these people, short sale, they went in foreclosure, now they're buying a home today. It is possible, if you didn't get a forgiveness letter, that they can tack on a lien on that new house.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, the other issue too is they might have got the forgiveness letter for their first mortgage, but they didn't get anything from the second.
Oh, yeah,
We've had
there you
those pop
go.
up even recently, 6 months ago, where the second was never taken care of. It was like 70 years ago. And then all of a sudden the bank's like, yeah, they still owe us that.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I mean, there was some crazy stuff going on here. I mean, nobody knew what was going on.
We
You
did.
would see, the banks though, didn't make no sense. They wouldn't accept the short sale at 150, but all of a sudden you'd see it go to sheriff's or whatever, and they'd sell it for 80. Oh, that makes sense.
I still to this day don't know why that was better. To this day,
I'm sure they had a loss reason they did it, but still,
I don't know, do you know if there's still, any short sales left on the books? Or bank owns?
not that I'm aware of, but I did have a client of mine just right on a short sale last week. I don't know who it was through though. Yeah, they didn't get it. It was a short sale. So I prepped them for, well, it's gonna be a little easier than what it's been 5 years ago, but it's still gonna be a process.
Oh, yeah. Well, at least people know what they're doing. It used to be, Angie, when you did a short sale, it would take 6 to 9 months to get it closed.
Oh.
So I don't really do short sales anymore. It's not my business. I work with Gina Todd.
Yeah,
And I
I know
you know Gina?
Uh-huh.
I send her all my short sales. She does it with a caring heart. My people always come out happy even though they just lost their home. She's just an awesome
She's a good person.
She's a good person, so she gets my short sales.
I've known her for 10 years.
How do you
10
know
years.
her?
So
Are you her Verizon rep too?
No. From an old job. And then her nephew is one of my good friends.
Oh, okay. So we're almost done, but I want Angie to do a little self-promoting about business. Now, we have a lot of realtors watching the show.
Sure.
So tell a little bit about how you can help people with their business, especially as real estate.
Sure. So, anytime you have a small business account, we do offer discounts, so keep that in mind. Typically waived activation fees. I will say, in my opinion, there's nothing tackier than going to a house or going somewhere and having to ask somebody for their Wi-Fi password so you can get your iPad or your laptop on the internet. So keep in mind with Verizon, all your devices can be connected, whether it's a tablet or an iPad, your phone, your laptop. That way you are your own hotspot, you are your own internet. You're not having to ask people for their Wi-Fi, but your business is kind of like mine where it never ends. People think I work from 1 a.m. to 1 p.m. So
Yeah, no, I don't ask anybody anymore for their hotspot because I have wireless. I have a hotspot on my phone and I have wireless on my pad. And if I can't
Yep.
get internet, then really no one else can.
Right.
I don't really drop any calls from
No.
you at all from your business. You have something that we've talked about that I thought sure you would bring up is the thing that you can put outside the house to see who's there.
Oh, security cameras.
So Angie has
Yeah.
something over at Verizon, which I still haven't had time to go out. But as
Oh.
realtors, you guys can brand this and give it as a closing gift. Talk
Yeah,
about
we
that.
have some different security cameras. We have some different. It's called Skyball, so it's a doorbell with a camera on it. And then we have keyless entries that have I'd say about a 4-inch by 2-inch metal area that you can brand with your logo as a thank you closing gift on your higher end homes. Those come in silver and gold, so whoever would match the house better.
Yeah. So isn't that cool, Jason? So
Very cool.
outside the house, you could have your logo sitting out there and everybody see it.
Ooh, I have some fans
So,
watching.
Do you have some fans?
Yeah.
So who's the people you
Okay,
know?
so my Aunt Mary's watching, my Aunt Karen, and one of my best friends, Lindsay.
Hi, everybody. She doesn't have enough food to bring home with her, but she'll tell you how good it is later.
It's hard to fish, it is very good.
So we're gonna put one together and make a really pretty plate. It's really messy because that's how I cook. And so,
So I'm trying to, oh, your cups and teaspoons and all that.
what are you looking for?
I need a quarter cup,
Quarter cup of what?
extra virgin olive oil and a quarter cup of white wine.
Okay,
You
so
actually measure or do you
no,
eyeball?
we just poured it.
Okay, let's
We
do it.
eyeball.
Yes.
Show the ants how to do it.
I would
So, and
say,
we're gonna add a little apple cider vinegar. It
That
didn't
works.
call for it, but apple cider vinegar makes
that
everything
looks like
better.
a quarter cup.
Yeah, and I don't have any white wine to give you,
There we go.
so we're.
Well, no, it says white wine vinegar, so your
Oh,
apple cider's
white
great.
wine vinegar.
Apple cider, oh, the apple cider would.
So then apple cider's
Yeah.
fine.
I
But
got
it tastes
wild.
quite a bit.
I know, I thought I got wild, but I didn't.
Alright,
Normally I'm a very wild cook.
are you a wild
Oh,
cook?
my kitchen's a mess.
My kitchen is always a mess, hence we stayed in this section of the kitchen. So, alright, so we're gonna make a couple of these, or, we're gonna make a really pretty plate. You're almost done?
Okay, do you like cumin?
Yes.
I don't.
Well,
But that's just personal.
We'll don't have to put it in
No,
there.
I'm just saying, this is chili powder.
Okay, so look at this Felicia?
That looks so good.
As it, see, I think when I said it has to be visually attractive, look at all those colors. Is those colors beautiful? And so, you know, so just like this salad has to be visually attractive, so does your home that you're getting ready to sell. Your home has to be visually attractive. Clean your house and know the saying, if it smells, it doesn't sell. And yes, we can sell the cigarette smoke, we can smell the dog, we
Yes.
can smell the cat, we can definitely do it, but I can tell you the Burn Group successfully knows how to get rid of all that. So we can help with that. So Angie, you're gonna put in that.
Yep.
She's gonna put in a little
It's
pepper.
just asking for a little salt to taste.
Okay, a little bit of salt. And so, now I like my pink salt.
Oh, your Himalayan?
Yes.
Yeah, I was told,
Much
it's
better.
really good if you put some under your tongue. It'll like rebalance your minerals in your body.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's try
My
that.
friend Diane told me that. She's holistic-y, so I gotta believe her.
Let's see if I get rebalanced. And so,
I'll let you know tomorrow.
all right. All right. So we're almost done. Let's just get that in there real quick and stir it up, and we're gonna make a plate. Jason's heating up the tortilla shells on the little side plate there.
Ruben says it looks so yummy.
Well, Ruben, I don't.
3 o'clock on Wednesdays, Ruben.
Ruben has to come. I've already asked Ruben to come cook with me. He has not joined me.
Well,
Ruben makes those beautiful flowers, and so
normally I work on Wednesdays or I'd be here. I tell you this
I
every
know,
time I tune
I
in.
know.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
okay. So we're gonna put a little fish. Excuse my fingers, but that's the way we're going. So we're gonna put a little fish on here, and I'm gonna break it up so it will roll nice.
Next, the only thing I would
And-
do is maybe add more avocado next time because that green is pretty.
It is pretty. We're gonna put the slaw on. We're gonna have the slaw. Look at that. You gonna get a close up on that? There we go. And there's our finished.
Ooh, that looks so
That looks so good.
That is our finished one. So anyway, there's really no recipe. You can see we just cook by feel. Jason just follows and goes with the groove. Angie actually is a good cook. And so we want to thank you guys for watching. And if you have any real estate needs whatsoever, whether you want to buy, sell, just get a value opinion of your home. I'll do that. Even if it's not until next year, we like to be part of the beginning of the process before you start getting some advice that maybe didn't value. You know, we want you to get good advice. I'm Michelle Borden with the Borden Group, JH Realty Partners. You can call or text me at 616-443-0596. Give one tip and then your information.
One tip is, yeah, get us involved early. That's my tip. Don't listen to the DYI network or go to Zillow. Call me. Talk about what a real pre-approval is. Let's see what real payments are in the houses with property taxes, insurance, and all that stuff. Jason Jenkins, Union Home Mortgage, 616-293-9186.
Angie with Verizon Wireless, my one tip is find your person and stick with them because loyalty matters. Treat it more so than cost of stuff because you will, in the long run, get what you pay for with a loyal relationship. You can find me at the corner of 28th Street and Craft, or my personal work number is 616-541-4899.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. See you in 2 weeks.